What's up everyone, it's the failed one. Let's play some more Lamento. So, Konoe. Poor Konoe has to be a receptionist now, even though all he did was come into the inn to, well, pretty much say didn't really have much of a choice since he was following that white-haired dude. So, he didn't like breaking promises. Covering his head with the hood of his cloak, he must have looked like the creepiest receptionist in town. Actually, yeah, that might be possible, because only this place is pretty weird. That substitute had better come soon. Unable to stand it, Konoe drooped his shoulders. Then he heard footsteps coming down the stairs. Konoe looked down reflexively, not wanting to be seen by other cats.
Oi!
Jeez. Konoe looked up at the familiar voice. Rai stood in front of the counter. He's probably going, what the hell is wrong with this kid? What is he doing there?
そんなところで何をしている?
Disbelief colored his voice.
ちょっと頼まれて。
He probably thinks he's such an idiot. This kid, he can barely do anything. He's such a country bumpkin.
誰に?
ここの主人。
そいつはどうした?
用事があるとかで出て行った。
The look in his eyes saying it all. Rai turned away and sighed.
バカ猫だな。お前もここの主人も。
He couldn't respond. In fact, Konoe was inclined to agree. Rai coldly narrowed his eye at Konoe.
苦虫を噛みつぶしたような顔だな。
What else do you want him to do? He's not exactly a smiley fellow to greet people. You know, as soon as they come in, hi, how may I help you?
そんなに変かよ。
変だ。
Rai is so nice. As if he wasn't feeling bad enough already. When the substitute receptionist finally arrived, Konoe left the desk. It had only been a little while, but he was still exceptionally tired and finally headed for the room. It was a room made for two, without any special features. There were two beds, a small table, and a chair, and not much else. Oh, so Konoe gets to sleep with Rai. Okay, I'm slowly opening up to Rai, but that's because he hasn't been an asshole last episode, and so far hasn't been this episode. On the shelf stood a lamp, and in the corner of the room there was a barrel of water. It seemed there was a separate room for sanitary purposes, because in the corner of the second-floor hall, there was a door with a small picture of a sandpile hung on it. Oh, that's weird. A sandpile. Oh, I get it. A sandpile like a cat and litter. Okay. I get it now, finally. Konoe opened the window. It was nighttime, but the streets were as lively as ever, and light flickered in the stalls of the street vendors. Konoe let out a small sigh. He could finally relax. Rai was checking the wound from when Konoe slashed him.
大したことはないな。お前のも見せてみろ。
俺はいい。
Oh, that's true. Rai doesn't know about his dark stuff. Konoe immediately stopped Rai's hand from pulling off his coat, and shook his head. Though he knew about his ears and tails, Rai hadn't seen the marks on his body. Even though he might see them sooner or later, Konoe still hesitated. Konoe looked down, his ears lying flat. Rai seemed unconvinced.
なんだ? いいから見せろ.
Rai took a long stride forward and seized his arm.
やだ!
It's all out, isn't it? Konoe instinctively drew his claws. The momentum flung his hood off. A red scratch ran over Rai's cheek, and Konoe stared at him with wide eyes. Good job. I know that's not entirely his fault, but still, now we're probably gonna... Konoe's probably gonna make Rai really angry, because he's like, yo, I'm trying to help. What the hell is wrong with you? He hadn't meant to do that. Rai wiped his cheek silently and regarded the blood on his hand.
二度も同じ奴に傷をつけられるとはな。
Oh, damn. Wonder how he's feeling about that. His eyes was indifferent. There was no anger or bloodlust. It was cold, just like that blue eye of his. Konoe clenched his hands into fists, looked down, and bit his lip.
何がそんなに気にかかる？その耳と尾か。黒が不吉だとしても、お前の隠し方は尋常じゃない。一人で森を抜けようとしていたところを見ると、何かあったと考えるのが普通だろう。
Even if their eyes did not meet, he knew where Rai was looking. Konoe could not keep hiding it. Maybe he was overthinking it. Or maybe Rai is just that smart. Now was a good time as any. Just do it. Take it all off. At his resolution, Konoe raised his face. With his stiff fingers, he took off his cloak. Oh, he's stripping! He's stripping! He took off his gauntlets and shoes as well. Take it all off. Rai's blue eye narrowed slightly.
それは。
Yes. Even when Konoe looked at them again himself, the markings on his skin appeared ominously grotesque. In the flickering lamp's flame, they seemed ready to come alive at any moment. With a sense of regret rising up, Konoe averted his eyes from Rai. What was Rai thinking right now? Wondering about it made Konoe want to run away. However, Rai only took hold of Konoe's arm to carefully study the markings.
昔からなのか？
Nope.
違う。突然こうなった。耳と尾も。
黒い朝、耳と尾。伝えられし呪われた印か。
The muttered words made Konoe's heart ache, so he drew back his arm from Rai's grasp.
カロを出たのはそのせいか。乱戦を目指していたということは、何か解決策でも見つかったのか。
Kind of. Konoe nodded slowly.
村にはいられなかった。だから乱戦へ向かうしかなかった。
True, but at the same time it's like, well, it's not like things are gonna change that much in Ransom.
そうか。
I think. Rai folded his arms and leaned against the wall.
呪いをかけられたからには、解く方法もあるんだろうな。
He's being pretty helpful.
え？
Konoe looked at Rai. His profile was lit by the glow of the lamp, softening his sharp features, but his eye was as piercing as ever.
可能性が全くないわけではない。違うか。
そうかもしれない。けど、だったらなんだって言うんだ。
Well, honestly speaking, Konoe hasn't done much except fall into a village that is apparently known for these same things, like the tattoo in the darkness, but they had no idea either, so there must be something out there.
可能性があるのなら探せばいい。むざむざ呪い殺されるつもりはないんだろう。
No.
何が言いたいんだ。
今お前が聞いた通りだ。それとも、探すのは面倒だとでも言い出す気か。
だから
This one-sided conversation was making him more and more irritated. Caught in the moment, he had raised his voice and his tail bristled on the end. Konoe scowled at Rai as if to challenge him.
可能性を探ればいいと言っている。
そんなことわざわざ言われなくても分かってる。とっとと探しにでも出ろってことか。
Yes, but you don't have to get that angry. Rai stared at Konoe in silence and blinked slowly.
お前、本当にバカな猫だな。
And obviously Rai is just trying to stir him up even more.
なんだと。
俺はお前に来いと言った。お前は同意した。だからここにいるんだろう。なのに、 どうして今さらお前一人を放り出す必要がある？
Does this mean that they're friends? Does this mean that Rai's gonna be with us and he's gonna be nice and he's somewhat of a tsundere, but not really? Oh damn. He's making me like him even more and more. God damn it, Rai. It was like the sweet Asato, and now you. Well, I guess we're getting a new traveling buddy. A strangely lifeless sigh spilled past Konoe's lips.
あんたも俺の呪いを解く方法を探すっていうのか？
当たり前だ。
どうして？
お前はサンガだ。育てると言っただろう。
Oh, that is true. So... Yeah, I don't know.
世界に災いをもたらすと言われている呪いと同じでもか？
だからどうした？お前に触れた途端、消し飛ぶとでも言うのなら話は別だがな。
そこまでしてサンガが欲しいのかよ。
欲しくないとは言わん。俺には力が必要だ。だがその前にたかだか呪いごとき騒ぐことでもないだろう。
So this is a give and take situation. They both, well, they each get something out of it. Coexisting. And possibly love. Or just fighting buddies. Konoe was astonished. Not another word was spoken. First, this haughty cat before his eyes seemed unlikely to act for the sake of someone else. Okay, no, I can't look at him this way. Oh my god! I can't look at him! He's too good looking. Then he'd spoken of his actions as when, not if. Meaning, he will get this done. Rai was unlike any cat Konoe had met so far.
どうした？
いや、変わってるよな、あんた。普通は気味悪がって近寄らないだろ。
上辺だけで全てを判断することが普通か？所詮そういう奴らが気にするのは周りの目だ。他と違うことをして弾かれ疎まれるのが怖いだけだ。
As he finished speaking, Konoe was overwhelmed. It felt like all the distrust and anger he felt towards Rai had faded. And that's literally how I feel too. He was arrogant, but Konoe could trust Rai. More than he could trust the other cats, anyway.
傷を見せろ。
Yeah, I definitely get a feeling like he's really willing to help. It's not one of those, oh, I'll help you, and we'll see it, and it's like, oh damn, I can't find anything. He's like, no, I will help you. I will fix this. Konoe was still confused, but this time he obediently showed his arm. The blood of the wound had immediately dried and was already beginning to scab. His skin had begun to regain some elasticity and the pain wasn't too bad anymore.
この分なら大丈夫だな。
With a nod, Rai let go of his hand.
ひとまず今日は体を休めろ。これからのことは明日考える。
Konoe sat down on the side of the bed. His eye turned to the window. He had finally reached Ransen. Seeing Sisa's largest city filled him with wonder. Konoe deeply sighed deeply. Feeling fatigue spread throughout his body. Taking off the bag he was carrying in his back, he pulled out a wooden flask and drank some water. As Konoe did this absent-mindedly, Rai approached his side. He seemed to be asking for something with his eye. While Konoe wondered what was on his mind, Rai suddenly grabbed his tail.
何やってる？離せ！
Yeah. What is he trying to do here? The tail was Aribika's weak point. A painful, unexpected shock ran through his body. Reflexively, he stiffened up and bared his fangs. Rai glanced at Konoe for a moment, then gazed intently at his black tail. He ruffled the tail's fur, and Konoe felt a chill run down his spine. No, seriously, what is he trying to do?
離せよ。
鍵しっぽか。
Yes, and?
だからなんだよ。
Since Rai was expressionless, it was hard to know, but his eye remained fixated on Konoe's tail. Konoe became embarrassed and forcibly swiped the tail from Rai's hand.
あんたの方が立派な尻尾
Oh, jeez.
持ってるだろ。
Throwing out compliments. Konoe, what the hell? When he spat out those words and turned his face away, he saw Rai's large white tail sway slowly. Although, yeah, he has a really nice tail. But then again, Asato also looks really nice too, with his darker skin. Everyone has something nice. That was the end of their conversation. The only sound in the room was the noise of the city crowd coming in through the window. Rai sat down on the side of the bed by the window in silence and in a manner that could only be called elegant. He began to groom himself. What the hell? After staring at Rai for a moment without knowing why, Konoe pulled himself together and fished for something in his flask bag. He thought it was unusual for him to spend time in the room with another cat, and he'd only just met Rai. For some reason, he couldn't settle down. This isn't like that moment with Asato where things kinda just clicked. Konoe dragged over the bag he'd gotten from his parents. Then he pulled out and opened up the letter on which his father's song was written. No matter how many times he looked at the letters, he couldn't read them. Still, just looking at it was fine. Aw, poor guy, he feels lonely. He remembered his home in Karo. Though not that much time had passed, Konoe already missed it. Then he suddenly remembered something. A ring. That was right. The ring. It was a precious item from his parents, but Konoe had not put it in his bag. It was still on the shelf in his house. Uh-oh. Does this mean he wants to go back home now? Or at least go back home real quick and grab the ring and try to run back? And now there was no way to go back and get it. No matter the reason, Konoe couldn't return. That really sucks. It's another memento from his parents, and he doesn't have it. Could he really do nothing but give up? He could think of no other options. Deeply regretting this, he laid down in disappointment. Konoe's gaze panned to the bed next to him. Damn. Rai was looking out of the window. Occasionally, the tip of his white tail twitched gently. That's pretty cute. Konoe supposed he wasn't the only one who couldn't settle down. Konoe curled into a ball under his blankets. With the rustling sound, he began to groom. When he shut the world out from himself like this, he felt a bit of relief. His body temperature warmed up the blankets comfortably. Little by little, he felt sleep creeping in. While still in the middle of grooming his tail, Konoe softly drifted off to sleep. The next day, Konoe went out into town with Rai. Illuminated under the moon of light, Ransom looked even more disorderly than the night before. The streets were thrumming with cats and peddlers.
これからどうする？
呪術師を訪ねる。
呪術師？
Maybe a shaman can help.
乱戦近くの森に咲き実ができる呪術師が住んでいるという噂がある。かなりの高齢で知識も相当深いらしい。お前のことも何かわかるかもしれない。
He might know what's wrong with. Oh.
その呪術師のいる場所は分かってるのか？
詳しくは知らん。聞いて回るか、勘で森を探すしかないな。
It seems very, very helpful. Konoe was embarrassed by Rai's calm retort and abruptly shut his mouth.
行き当たりばったりだろ、あんた。
お前の剣が飛び入りなんだろ。
It was probably true. Yep, I feel the same. But hey, at least the guy is helping us.
なるようにしかならん。俺も別に乱戦に詳しいというわけじゃない。とりあえず酒場を探すぞ。
The Konoe walked after Rai. He definitely didn't want to get separated again, but his eyes kept wandering over to the stores. They're probably so bustling and full of stuff. Extravagant decorations caught his attention. Now that Konoe thought about it, that innkeeper Bardo had mentioned some kind of winter festival. Were these stores beginning to line up their wares for the festival? He just wanted to take a quick look. But you can't, or else shit might happen again. He walked the streets for a while, struggling against the waves of cats. His view was assailed by information. His eyes began to gradually block it out. Only gray scenery passed by him. Suddenly, in the midst of this, he sensed the presence of a vivid color. Konoe looked back. A cat stood stock still in the back alley. No, it wasn't a cat. What protruded from his head were not ears. Those were horns. Aw, shit. Is that thing back? Time seemed to slow down. His heart began to race. In the back of his mind was a snake, its slippery tail sliding. The yellow snake began to undulate. Konoe's pupils narrowed into slits. He stopped and looked back towards the alley.
Oi! Doko iku? Oi!
Towards this weird creature we've seen before, and probably an evil creature. By the time he heard Rai's voice, he had already broken off into a run. He pushed through the crowd towards the grey alleys. He stepped into the dim and narrow entrance. The knot cat was still standing there. Light billowed around it like waves of heat. Oh, what does this thing want? There was no mistake. That was a devil. Rai had chased him and stood by his side, furrowing his brows with a frown to peer into the depths of the alley. Oh, so you can see this thing too. Konoe's not just crazy, and Konoe actually has backup this time. The devil slowly drew closer. It was different from the previous one. The devil before Konoe had a golden presence. It slowly hoisted up an arm. Was that electricity? At this rate, it would cause an uproar on the main street.
Mate!
Konoe drew his sword and began to sprint towards the golden devil. However, there was neither the light nor the impact he was expecting. The golden shadow of an arm swung downward, and a slim electric current ran forth. It made a sound like crackling flames and began to cover the devil's entire arm. Seems like an electric user. This time, the shadow rushed towards Konoe as well. Konoe quickly swung his sword, using its tip to cut across the shadow's chest. The tip of the sword slashed diagonally at the breast of the shadow. There was no response. Konoe heard a harsh crackling. The shadow did not even flinch. Did it not feel pain? And what's with this staying a shadow? Like, seriously, is he gonna show himself? The arm covered in electric current bore down on him. Reflexively, he closed his eyes. And Rai saved us? However, a dull sound echoed through Konoe's ears. He lifted his face. A sword was thrust out from behind Konoe, and it sliced deeply right into the forehead of the golden shadow. Even though the shadow's face was turned to the side, it was blurry, and Konoe couldn't discern anything other than smiling lips. It was horribly ominous. Before long, a small crack ran from the middle of its forehead where the sword had pierced it. So, again, this weird devil thingy isn't that strong. The crack spread through the shadow's entire body. It was the same as the red shadow he saw in the forest. So are we gonna meet shadows of every color now? What's left, a blue and a green? As Rai withdrew his sword, the golden shadow made a delicate sound and shattered into pieces. It was that same dishearteningly abrupt conclusion as last time. The fragments glittered as they scattered, dancing through the darkness of the alley.
つくづくバカだな、お前は。
Hey. He looked back, offended by Rai's exasperated, ridiculing voice.
後先考えずに飛び出すな。死ぬぞ。
And this is why you need to teach Konoe. Let's go with that.
しょうがないだろ。表通りまで被害が出たら騒ぎになる。
今のは。
Before Konoe could tell him it was a devil, Rai opened his mouth again.
本体じゃないな。
I guess so.
知ってるのか？
魔物の類を狙う賞金稼ぎであれば、大概は知っている。
So Rai can really help us in more than one way. If a devil shows up again, he can exterminate it for us. That meant Rai was that particular type of bounty hunter.
無駄に体力を消耗した。
Rai sheathed his sword, his coat billowing as he turned on his heel. Konoe followed Rai, glancing once back towards the alley. Why did the devil's shadow appear in the city? He could still make some sense of seeing one in the woods, but were they aiming for him? Konoe looked to the streets, uneasy. A single street extended from the main road. And I'm gonna leave this episode here, actually. So, I don't know about you guys, but I am slowly falling more and more for Rai. Because he's that asshole. Well, he's an asshole, but right now he's the bad boy type. So, it's the bad boy type, okay. He's nice, he's badass, but he's nice. He can say some mean things, I like that. And, oh yeah, and we also met another devil. So I think we're gonna meet more and more now. We're gonna meet all the colors, probably, and I don't know what they mean, and then the final boss, the final showdown at the end, and then fall in love, and that's gonna be the end of it. But, who knows? So I'll see you guys next time. Bye!